Hello and welcome back. My name is Ajlin and today I'm your virtual teacher. Our topic today is comics and cartoons. So let's start. I hope you like speculating because that's exactly what you're going to do today. You're going to speculate, you're going to do some research and create a superhero, and in the end, you're going to write a composition. And those among you who are very creative may even want to put together their own comic. For today's lesson, you need a pen or a pencil, a notebook, internet access, and of course you can stop the recording anytime you like. As I said, our topic is comic and cartoons. Cartoon is a type of illustration, sometimes animated. It makes a brief, funny comment using illustrations, often with a moral at the end. And comics? A comic is a magazine that contains stories told in pictures. Do you like reading comics or watching cartoons? Well, I used to when I was much younger. And I definitely do know a person who just adores both comics and cartoons. His name is Harry. This is Harry. He loves, as I said, reading comics and watching cartoons. And let's now see what he's watching today. So, let's watch a cartoon, but let's watch it in parts. Namely, before we start really watching the cartoon, let's speculate a little bit about what's happening or what's going to happen in that cartoon. So, let's start. So, tell us, Harry, what is happening here? Who are these characters? And why is that woman yelling at that boy or a man? Do you have any ideas who they are and what they are doing?
Hard to say. They could be brother and sister. No, she can't be his sister. She looks too old for that. But they could be mother and son. She could be yelling at him because he hasn't written his homework. Or he could be sitting all day and doing nothing, so she may be angry because of that. On the other hand, she can't be yelling at him because of that, since it was she who told him to go out.
Yes, you may be right, but she was carrying something in her hands. What could that be? Do you have any ideas, Harry?
It looked like a box. She could have bought him a new computer, but it makes no sense. She can't have bought him a new computer when she was telling him to go out and play. She may have bought him a present. I am now really interested to see what she may be carrying in that box.
Well, definitely, she was carrying something in her hands. Ah, it was a present. Let's see what happens next. You are absolutely right, Harry. It was a present. But why did he react in that way? First he was happy, petting the dog. Then he was angry, crying. What happened? What do you think?
He may have expected something else in the box. No, it can't have been that. He seemed happy when he saw the dog. The dog may have bitten him, Yes, that could have been the reason.
Harry told us some interesting things. It may have been that way. On the other hand, it may have been something completely different. What about you? What do you think happened? Now stop the recording and uh, express your speculations. Then we'll continue and hear what Harry's ideas might be.
Or it could have been something else. His mom may have asked him to return the dog because he hadn't done his homework. Another idea. She may have just shown him the dog. It may not have been his present at all. Well, it can't have been that. She did give him the present.
When Harry was speculating about what may be happening or may have happened in the story, he used modal verbs of deduction and speculations. Let's take a look at these sentences from the text. He could be her son. He may be crying because he, and so on. When we speculate about the present situation, we use a modal verb, for example here, could or may, plus infinitive, like in the first sentence, he could be, or a modal verb plus be plus present participle, the second sentence, he may be crying because he. When we speculate about the past situation, we use a modal verb plus have plus past participle. The dog may have bitten him. It can't have been that. So for present, we use present participle, and when we refer to something that happened in the past, we use past participle when we speculate about something that happened in the past. What do these modal verbs mean? They don't mean what they normally mean. Must here expresses a strong belief that something is true. She must be his mother. Might, may, could. We use them when we think that it is possible and that it is possible that something is true. So she might be his mother, she may be his mother, she could be his mother. These are just different degrees of how certain we are that she actually is his mother. And when we are certain that something isn't true, we use can't or couldn't. She can't be his mother. She couldn't be his mother. And remember, we never use mustn't in this context. We cannot say she mustn't be his mother because it has a completely different meaning. So far, we have just seen the introduction to the cartoon that you are going to watch now by copying this link that you can see here and pasting it in your browser. The title of the cartoon is The Present, and that cartoon won many awards. It is very interesting, and I hope that you will enjoy watching it. So lay back in your chair and watch the cartoon. You can stop the recording now, and afterwards, after the cartoon, we are going to talk about it. So that was an interesting cartoon, wasn't it? That dog really helped the boy, gave him the confidence that he needed so badly, and in the end he turned out to be his best friend. The dog that at first was rejected turned out to be the boy's friend maybe for the rest of his life. What you are going to do now is we're going to write down some speculations that we may have. The boy pushed the dog. He himself may be pushed that way by his peers. Mother yelled at her son. She can't want to hurt his feelings. She must try to help him. The boy went out to play. The dog may give him confidence. In future, the boy may play every day with his dog and he definitely can't feel alone anymore. Your task now is to complete these sentences. So do your task and then we are going to check if you have written it correctly. So let's check now what you have written. The boy pushed the dog. He himself may have been pushed that way by his peers. Mother yelled at her son. She can't have wanted to hurt his feelings. She must have tried to help him. The boy went out to play. The dog may have given him confidence. In future, the boy may be playing every day with his dog, and he definitely can't feel alone anymore. Enough with cartoons. Let's now go to comics. Have you ever read a comic? I'm sure you have. When I was a child, I used to read comics all the time. My favorite one was written by a writer called Peter O'Donnell, and those were comics about a secret agent called Modesty Blaze. Today we're not going to talk about secret agents, we're going to talk about superheroes. So lay back now in your chairs, relax, and watch the short video that follows. Here in this picture you can see another superhero, but who is this one? In the background you can see something that may help you see or guess who that superhero may be. I will tell you that that superhero is not from America, neither is he from Great Britain. He is from Croatia. He's our own Croatian superhero. And his superpowers are speed, strength, regeneration, stamina, that means endurance, and he has special healing powers. Not only can he heal his own wounds, but also he can help others and heal theirs. His costume is a lavender leotard with a yellow cape, and he drives a white Vespa. How did he get his superpowers? Well, he was injected with lavender when he was sleeping one day, and when he wants to get some more strength, he drinks lavender juice. His archenemy are moths and mosquitoes, and his weapon is what else but lavender. His mission is to free the world from insects, mostly mosquitoes and moths. He's famous for being irresistible to women, and his land of origin is Dalmatia land. It's interesting that in that Dalmatia land there is special currency. It is one tovar. It means donkey. So who is this superhero? Have you already guessed his name? Well, his name is Lavender Man, our own creation superhero. As we have seen with Lavender Man, superheroes have certain qualities. So when we talk about them, we mention their superpowers, their costume, how they got their superpowers, who their arch enemy could be, weapons they use, their mission in life, what they are famous for, and the land of their origin, or if not land, the town, or sometimes the planet of their origin. Today, your task for your homework will be something similar. You will have to create a superhero and write a short composition, some 150 words, and you have to mention his or her costume, superpowers, weapons, arch enemies, mission, and land of origin. You have to add some other interesting details, and if you feel very creative, you can draw your superhero. Additionally, as an extra activity, and if you really feel like doing it, you can put together a short comic. So your homework is to write a composition, first to design, create your own superhero, then to write a composition about that superhero. If you feel creative, you can draw the superhero, or you can even put together a short comic. We have come to the end of this lesson. If you have completed all your tasks, if you have created your own superhero and written a composition, you should tick the smiling smiley, just like this. If you haven't, don't tick the sad smiley, but go back to the part that you haven't done and do it again. Thank you for watching this lesson and see you next time. Till that time, bye-bye.